Okay, so today is Tuesday. You guys saw, I briefly started talking when I was with the baby, and then I got distracted because he's so cute. But today is Tuesday, so I kind of have a crazy day. I actually have an appointment with an orthodontist today, so I need my husband's support, so he's gonna pick up Koa. Koa has soccer today, so usually he does Muay Thai, but now he's on a new team, so he goes to soccer a little bit early. My husband's gonna do either Kumon or homework with him while I'm at the dentist, and then I'll end up going to pick up the baby, and then we have baby day, and then I promised my son that we would make slime, so I looked up on YouTube for him, and I'm going to surprise him when he gets home after he's done with his homework. He's been doing so great, and for those of you that have anything going on with kids, and I've had people that have messaged me, I definitely think that building kids' confidence with sports, specifically, I really like the boxing and the Muay Thai. Jiu-Jitsu we will eventually get him into. I think when he was younger, there's a little bit too much technique for him. Not necessarily for every kid, because I did Jiu-Jitsu. And I love it, and my husband loves it, and we have jiu-jitsu at our studio. I just think personally for my son. But the dynamic of how my son has changed since he started doing Muay Thai and boxing with the right coach. I truly believe that young men and young women, when they have the right proper coach, I believe it can totally change the dynamic of the way that they are in everything. Like, my son's school changed because of how what he's been learning and how he is with his coaches. He also loves soccer, so now he does a little bit of both as long as he keeps his school on point. And then Kumon has changed his world completely. I highly recommend any kid that's having any trouble with school. I believe in tutors, but I really believe in the philosophy of Kumon. It's pretty much, it reminds me of training. Like when you're with a client, you can't just start them out, no matter what shape they're in, you can't just start them out like beating them up because they want to lose weight. You have to know where to start somebody, what body type they are, how to train them based on any muscular imbalances and stuff like that, and then you basically have to start from the ground up. And that's why even on my coaching program, I teach you about how to actually squeeze a bicep. I don't care if you've been working out for 20 years. If you physically don't know how to do this, then when you have a dumbbell in your hand, you might not activate those muscle fibers as much as you possibly could. So that's what Kumon is about. Of course, you know I have to use an analogy with training, but that's what Kumon's about. It takes them back to the basics so they actually learn. So right now he's working his way up to 3rd grade, even though he's in 3rd grade, but he can't get there without the foundation. And that's what, I mean, I like the old tutor that he was at, but I mean, I'm going off on a tangent. The point in me ending it here is because something happened today. Something happened with two people and then myself. So I will say that the general statement, without going too much into it, is you just can't win. At the end of the day, you can't win. You cannot satisfy everybody. There are people that can look at me and say, you look like a man. There are people that could say, wow, you look so beyond feminine. I literally just posted a picture, and I'm probably going to put it at the end of the video. I wasn't going to post it, but I mean, just overall, for the first time in a really long time, I've come to peace with the fact that I have a different body than other people. And as much as I can look up to some really well-known names, some pro figure people, Olympians, whatever, I can't compare myself to them. So I have to be happy with me, and I actually really have felt it dramatically over the past 6 months, but really ever since I've been with this new guy, and just totally what I've learned from what I've done. So you, personally, you have to be okay with your journey. You have to be okay with your process. You have to be okay with you. And as much as you might look up to somebody and say, I want to look like that person, no. You have to say, I look up to that person because I not envy, but I look up to their work ethic, and I look up to, you know, their determination, and I know how much hard work it takes to get that way, look that way, be that way, whatever it is. Even like be be that way, like towards me. Like clients say, I've had people say, which it kind of annoys me, when people like, oh, it's easier for you. You have no idea. No, it is so not. You have no idea what I had to do to get here. You have no idea what it feels like to have a nervous breakdown at 23 years old and then have to get your life to this point. You know, whatever it is that you're looking at, you have to say, I look up, I like that, or I can respect that, but at the end of the day, I have to learn how to be a better version of myself. And then you also have to realize that when you lay your head on your pillow, you need to be happy with the decisions that you made. So I've had a couple people that have made some decisions based on feeling like they're being pulled in all these different directions, and maybe their gut is telling them one thing, but they're trying to please everybody else. And I will use this as an example because this is literally what happened today. If you can see, I usually wear leggings now, and I used to wear capris and baggy pants and be a super tomboy and wear hats and all that other stuff, but I'm more comfortable in my skin. Not because I'm trying to show off, because that's not what it's about. Like, why can a regular girl who does yoga or does something else walk around in leggings and a tank top, totally fitted, but if I was to walk around, I would get dirty looks? Like, why is that okay? Because why? I don't get it. So that's why I started wearing leggings. Not, and I will be honest, I mean, I did a lot, ever since I started this whole bulking thing, hear a lot more negative comments in between songs and hear about a lot of the members over here talking about how I look like a man. And, you know, I decided to femme myself up a little bit by, you know, but the main thing was that I wouldn't have femmed myself up if I didn't feel good enough to wear a pair of leggings and to wear a tank top and to just whatever. Literally today, when I'm feeling the best, and after posting the picture and like being so happy with my posing coach and my coach and just the way that I'm moving, I mean, I'm practicing in my heels and I actually am able to walk, even though I literally have a probably serious issue with my feet due to some drama that happened to me during the last competition. And if any of you follow me on Facebook or social media or anything, where you might have seen last February, I had a really severe, very bad thing happen to my feet, where I actually walked on stage, and you could see it in my pictures, it's pretty gross, where my feet were engorged, like puffing out of my shoes. And it was for three weeks before the 3 weeks before the competition and a few weeks afterwards, and like 3 weeks after it, and my feet have never been the same. My ankles have never been the same. It really hurts when I do calf raises, and I'm trying to get my calves a little bit bigger, and when I wear heels, my feet go numb after a while, which I've always had issues with my feet with the fasciitis, but whatever happened there completely ruined my feet. So whatever. So, but now for the first time, it's like I was practicing today in heels in the Group X room, and I'm like, oh my God, I feel so femme and so pretty. And what's wrong with me saying that? Like I feel it in a way where I feel pretty for me, and I'm not, doesn't mean that I feel like I'm better than anybody. And if I'm looking at myself in the mirror when I'm doing my exercises, I mean, I'm supposed to be motivated by myself, am I not? And I overheard somebody else say that I look disgusting. Like, you just can't win. You can't. So, at the end of the day, you just have to take care of you. And at the end of the day, I need to focus out on how I feel and on what makes me feel good and what makes me feel comfortable when I lay down at the end of the night with my kids and watch TV and do homework with them. And when I pick up my son and he runs to me to give me a hug, like that is what life is all about. Not about trying to please everybody, because you never will. Never. No matter what you look like, no matter what you do in life, you will always have haters. The happier you are, the more haters you will have. Believe that. Okay, believe that. Okay? Ugh. So, I love you guys. I'm going to end this one. Sorry it's going to be so long.